What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Ross the Boss coming at you with an all-new Let's Play Europa Universalis 4. Now, luckily, England no longer considers Castile a rival. We are going to go ahead and begin trying to create an alliance between both England and Castile. And, of course, we are going to declare war on France. Obviously, not now, but in some time. We're going to recall our diplomat from Aragon, send him towards England. And we are going to try our best to get an alliance. Now, we have a spread of disease. We are going to attempt to assuage their pain, granting more settler chance and global settler increase for the next couple months. And, of course, we are going to improve relations with England. Though we are already their rival, hopefully that will change in time by going into our diplomacy map mode. I would like to click my own icon and, try to somehow change who our rival is. Maybe not now, but maybe after this war. And, of course, I would like to get an alliance with Burgundy and Austria. We certainly could get an alliance now with Austria, and I believe we will. My entire goal will be to shut down the French Empire, taking away their coastal provinces, and of course, building up the amount of military strength we can provide. Now, right now, we have 6 of 4 diplomatic relations. This is a little unfortunate, but we certainly will need Austria as an alliance member. And I would like to gain England as an ally as well, but, it certainly could happen. We do have a lack of trust. And we'll see exactly what happens when we improve our relations. The accommodations with natives in Arguin, they are going to lose another ferocity. And we are going to move our troops back into Iberia and reduce the amount of army maintenance they are requiring. So that way we'll gain about 5 ducats every single month. More and more countries are leaving the coalition against us. That is very nice for the time being. The Ottomans, unfortunately, do have quite a bit of aggressive expansion, but not nearly as much as some of these smaller nations. Our explorer is ready. We will send him down to, hopefully, Africa again. West African Sea. And I would like to begin colonizing most of these provinces here, though I am going to need a variety of extra diplomatic power, and being over my limit certainly doesn't help me very much. If we actually click Aragon themselves, go into our diplomatic actions map mode, our integration won't be able to begin until June 11th of 1528. So if everything goes according to plan, we should be annexing all of Aragon and Naples and begin forming our Spanish Empire, hopefully sometime within the next 50 years. Now, let's go to our opinion map mode of France. Austria, Burgundy, and England don't like France. So if we play our cards right, we might be able to get all 3 of these militaries here into a alliance, and hopefully we could try to sack down France before they get too powerful. Now, of course, I will need to be constructing some cannons very shortly. I might even do that now. Producing, we don't have very many ducats. This will cost 30. So what we'll do is we'll get 1 cannon each for the time being. And, of course, all of our sieges will now be much faster and much more efficient. And I believe as soon as we can, might as well get a separate piece. Who would not like that? Savoy and France would not like that. That is fine. I'm going to offer a separate piece. I wonder if I can get anything else, like war reparation. Ah. What about income? Ho-ho! Okay, we're going to take a lot of income and, of course, some war reparations, and we are now out of this war. In the meantime, we are going to dissolve our alliance with France, and hopefully, possibly even getting an alliance with England. Though we are rivaling them, we have too many diplomatic relations for the time being, and we do have a lack of trust. But of course, if we return territory to England, they will like that very much in time. And in the meantime, a variety of these forces should be moving back into both Naples and Aragon. Military access from Savoy, we will certainly grant that. We are going to get our very first fabrication on Morocco. And I believe Ducala will be quite nice. This province has only 5 development and is a grain province. So actually, when I say nice, it's not very good at all. I would like to improve the amount of missionary strength we have. We are going to once again mothball our forts. Our army maintenance is down to about 10%. Every month that goes by, we're gaining about 10 ducats. And of course, our cannons were a little expensive, but they do pack quite a powerful punch. Now, it looks like France is allied to Scotland and Savoy. So if we were to somehow ally England, Scotland and England would be duking it out. Austria would come to our aid, but I'm not too sure how powerful Austria would be one-on-one against France, because we would obviously be very busy here inside all of these provinces that have castles. The petition for redress, we could, of course, try to gain nobility loyalty, but some peasants would revolt. In the meantime, I think I will take out those peasants. I would certainly not like to lose loyalty or prestige. This province will be in Badajoz, which is exactly where we are. And we are going to send up all of our troops and deny the petition on the 1st of August. And it looks like we have another uprising here down in Telemanken, North Africa. We did lose 1,300 men, but of course we did gain a lot of nobility loyalty, which of course will give us more military power. I am going to demand military support. This will of course make them hate me, but that is fine and that is okay. I would like to gain demand administrative support. And I need over 50% influence, so we are going to grant new world charters. And that is it. Demand diplomatic support. We, of course, did lose a lot of income, but we now have a lot of excess support here. Now, hopefully there shouldn't be too much unrest within these provinces. I believe the conversion between Sunni and Catholicism was going quite well, and now it looks like they have stopped altogether, unfortunately. Okay, we now have too few rivals. I am going to rival France. They do have a stronger military than we do, and I am going to go ahead and rival the Ottomans. Hopefully, I can get an alliance with the Mamluks very shortly, but I really... My whole issue is I have too many vassals. I would like to begin my vassalization of Portugal and Telemanken, but unfortunately they are rebellious for the time being. And it would be quite nice to send a colonist to this area as well, giving us some actual access into Western Africa. Now, we have declared France as our rival. We shouldn't have any actual casus bellis. Austria, of course, will join in. Savoy will not for the time being. So we are going to begin fabricating some claims on all of France. And we are going to be preparing for a massive, massive battle against France. We are going to also see when our truce ends. 1493, so in the next 4 years, we should hopefully have a variety of extra cannon by then, and hopefully a variety of extra manpower. Right now, we are losing quite a bit because we have negative loyalty. But that is certainly going to be our next play. We should have some separatists arising in Portugal and Granada very soon. Beja has controlled by the clergy, which is why they are upset. We are going to continue to move on into our diplomatic power. We now have the land of opportunity, improving the amount of global settler increase. So, of course, we only have one colony right now, but they are gaining 4 settlers every single year. We improved our relations with England. I would like to offer you an alliance. This will, again, bring our diplomatic relations to a strain. And, of course, we are going to offer you a royal marriage. We are now at 7. Oh, my goodness. We are losing so much diplomatic power every single month. But, of course, we only have to really worry about this for the next couple years. Once we declare war on France, Austria would absolutely sack them down. They should easily lose an abundance of territory. Ooh, and of course I would like to ally Burgundy, but I realize that may not happen anytime soon. Now, I guess when I declare war on France, my entire goal will be to take over these 3 provinces. I won't gain too much development. Yeah, maybe even taking these hills could be quite nice as well. And I also would like to return some territory to England. Royal marriage offer from England we will accept. We are going to begin another fabrication in Morocco once we have 25 spy network. Now, in the meantime, as I stated, excuse me, we're going to reduce our army maintenance. Now, we are also going to go into Naples. We are going to siphon some of their income, gaining 54 ducats. They aren't going to like that very much, but we are going to siphon Aragon's income as well. And we are going to siphon Naples' income a few more times. And that will be fine. That will be okay. Every month that goes by, they absolutely hate me for the time being, but that is fine. Their income has been siphoned, but that will improve over time as well. Now, with all of this extra income, I might go ahead and produce a variety of barracks, maybe even 6. Unfortunately, we don't have very many provinces where that would benefit us for a long time. Let's go ahead and where exactly do we stand? We are ahead of time for our technology by 3 years. I might even keep the amount of income we have so that way when we do go to war, we won't have to take out any loans. And we could use all of this income towards the production of additional cannon. I believe what I would like to do is I would like to have 48,000 men. Now, if I play my cards right, it should be 16, 16, and 16. So that means creation possibly 10 to 4. So let's do something like this. So 10,000 units of infantry, 2,000 units of cavalry, and 4,000 artillery. We'll bring the rest of our troops into Madrid. 10, 2, and 4 once again. Now, we do have, I believe, an extra cavalry, which will be fine. We might not produce 1 extra unit of infantry. So what we'll need now is 3 cannon, 3 cannon, 4 cannon, and then possibly 7 extra infantry. We have the ability to convert provinces to Catholicism once again. I believe we will not. We are going to begin fabricating another claim on Morocco, most likely in Abda here. And we don't have an adjacent territory, so we will move into Tadla. This is a copper province. Copper is worth quite an abundance of ducats this early on in the game. We have the ability to make new states into territories. We are going to pay more in maintenance than we would get out, so I don't believe we'll do that just yet. I certainly 100% do want this one to be an actual core. 97 a minute. You know what? Might as well do both. And core all of these territories. Now, if I improve my development, my autonomy goes down, and we change the religion, I am going to gain a lot of extra income here. Now, we do have a lot of military power. I would like to go ahead and spend that. And I think the best thing to do would be to go to our developmental map mode and try to improve the amount of manpower in some of these provinces as much as possible. Possibly even bringing Asturias up to 20 development, if that's even possible. And it looks like it is. We are once again down from about 900 military power to about 500. But now we have drastically improved the amount of manpower that we gain from this province. And of course, this does have 20 development, which is now speeding up our institutions. We are going to produce a barracks here, granting us an additional 1,154 manpower every single year, which should grant us about that doesn't make sense. I was going to say 100 additional manpower every month, but that doesn't make sense at all. Huh. Alright, well, no worries. Estates demand control. The clergy and the nobility demand some additional help. We are going to grant this brand new province to the nobility, which, of course, removes local autonomy for local manpower modifier and land force limit. That would be quite nice. And we should be gaining more manpower recovery speed and land maintenance modifiers in time. Now, of course, if we go into the clergy, they believe they are entitled to land as well. We are going to give them Ceuta here, which is a Sunni province. And it's not necessarily worth too much. It's not an estuary, unlike Tangiers. And we are going to fabricate our very first claim in France on Le Bourd. Now, when I go to war against France, I would like to bring in Austria. I would like to bring in England. We should have all of Aragon and Naples. Do we want 20 legitimacy? I believe we certainly do. And, of course, some extra prestige is quite nice. We have built a very nice palace. Now, as I stated, when we go to war with France, it is going to be very, very bloody. But with the help of England, with the help of Austria, it looks like Savoy might join in as well. I would like to bring in some other countries. Not too sure exactly what's going to happen, but if we could somehow take all of these provinces from France, we should easily have a much more powerful military to complete our biddings. We are gaining 317 manpower every single month. Our income is slowly rising as well. But, you know, as soon as we go from 10% army maintenance all the way to 100, I believe we are going to lose some income. Now, I believe my entire goal, I did say I wanted to conquer all 3 of these coastal provinces. But if I take over some of these forts, that means we would have some extra forts and France would not. So that means we wouldn't have to take them over in our next war. So possibly taking over these 3 provinces could be quite beneficial for us. I don't believe I'm going to touch the Mediterranean. You know, moving in closer to all of these provinces will grant us an abundance of aggressive expansion, even though the only real aggressive expansion we have is against these Sunni countries down in northern Africa and, of course, the Ottoman Empire as well. We need 36,000 manpower to be fully equipped. I would like to go ahead and try to retire this advisor. And my goal is to get a master recruiter or a commandant. Ooh, 200 population and 1 base manpower, bringing in marriageable women. Very nice, to Arguin. Let's see if we get a commandant. Aha! Perfect. Now we have extra discipline. And of course, we now have global settler increase from our heir, which is very, very nice to have as well. He is now 15 years old, and he should be king here at the age of 16. I believe so, maybe. I guess what's going to happen is our queen consort, who is very, very powerful, she's going to remain as ruler. And don't get me wrong, I'm very happy about that. She has much better skills than some of our other heirs. And though I could go ahead and disinherit Alfonso, I certainly don't want to go into another succession war that we thankfully dodged. I am going to fabricate our second claim on Bordeaux. Now, my entire goal isn't necessarily to get more trade power. My entire goal is to get more development and taxation. And it looks like this province has quite a bit of development. And of course, England should be able to kick Scotland's butt. We might have to force Scotland to release some territory, which of course England should gobble up in time. I'm very confident that this battle will go quite well. I also would like to go ahead and raise additional levies, though we only would get about 5,000 manpower. I of course could purchase, let me get my cannons in here. And I believe what I'll do is I'll leave these units in the back line. And the rest of my men will be mercenaries. That way we can conserve manpower. And we should be able to attack wherever possible. We have the ability to invest in new technology. I will certainly get the pike and shot in time. But I don't think I'm going to get that for just a few more years. I wonder what it would look like if we attempted to declare war on France now. Austria would not join in because they need favors. We still have a truce. England would join in if we granted them provinces, and of course we certainly will be granting them provinces. So I guess my entire goal here is to wait until Austria's favors modifier goes to 10, and unfortunately that will be 16 years from now. So I guess we'll declare war on Morocco, taking more and more of their territory in the year 1496, which I guess is in 5 years. We don't have very many options to pursue. We could take over these smaller countries in Imzab, but we don't have any Duesvolt religion, Casus Bellis. Tugart absolutely hates me as well. That is fine. Well, there's not really too many places we can expand into at the moment. I can't wait to kick France's butt. You know what? We might not even need Scotland and Savoy, though it would be very nice to get Austria on our side. We certainly could be able to win this battle. Let's go into our ledger here. Go into military, armies. Now, if we go to total manpower, ooh, Austria would absolutely kick butt and take names, but France here is in 3rd place. We are in 5th place, but we do also have Aragon, who I do not see here. Only 16,000 troops, which doesn't make sense. I thought they had way more than that. And of course, we do have Naples with 11,000 troops. So 11,000, 50,000, 66,000 could easily take out their 47,000. They do have quite an abundance of manpower. We would be able to bring in England with 31,000 manpower, though they're going to be on an island and they are going to be busy trying to take out Scotland here. I think I'm going to play it safe. I don't want to lose this early on in the game. I'm not even sure that France here has some ideas yet. French ideas of 3. They might have the extra morale, but I'm not too sure just yet. Anyway, we are going to unlock pike and shot. We are attempting to make our way closer and closer to the exploration ideas. We do have the extra discipline from the Reconquista, so we might be able to pack quite a punch against France. I think what I'll do is I'll wait until France enters a war, and then as soon as I can, I will declare war on them, absolutely demolishing them. We are going to go ahead and end this episode here. As always, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in our next adventure.